Ever since the reveal of Rowling's transphobia, there's been this reevaluation of Harry Potter and if it's really any good. I still do like Harry Potter, although Rowling does prevent me from wanting to get any more Harry Potter stuff. But even still, I may like Harry Potter, but I can't deny that there are problems in the actual writing quality, like how time turners are handled, or how Snape is written, or good old Kingsley Shacklebolt. These and other such problems have always existed in Harry Potter, but now that the allure of Rowling is gone, people are now feeling more comfortable talking about this. But this is all very old news. Why am I bringing this up? Because something I saw during this early period was how everyone wanted to dunk on Rowling's writing, which to be fair wasn't very hard to do. But one of the big ways that I noticed on how to make fun of Rowling was often to compare her to Neil Gaiman. Now, this was due to the fact that, perhaps in response to Rowling, Neil Gaiman revealed that he was a trans ally. And so, yeah, the comparisons just kept coming in as a result. Oh, Rowling can only imagine the status quo in the world, unlike Neil Gaiman. Oh, Rowling can only have queer characters as a slap-on label after the fact, unlike Neil Gaiman. And oh, Rowling steals from every person imaginable, including Neil Gaiman. And a lot of good points did come from these comparisons. But a lot of these comparisons were made not, to actually bring up the problems in the writing, but because a lot of people didn't want to admit that there were some things in Harry Potter that they liked. Yeah, not everyone liked Harry Potter even back when people liked Rowling, but most of the people I'd see do these comparisons, bring up these critiques, were once fans of Harry Potter, and they just don't want to have to deal with the fact that, a bad person could make good art. And so here's Neil Gaiman, someone who is a good writer and is a better writer than Rowling, and unlike Rowling, seems to be a good person. So just cling on to that. Rowling was never a good person, and Rowling was never a good writer, whereas Neil Gaiman was always a good person and was always a good writer. And then Neil Gaiman got accused of sexual assault, and everyone found out that that guy was a creep. And then, suddenly, the argument started to change a bit. People spent all this time praising Neil Gaiman. Even if it wasn't in comparison to Rowling, they just would praise Neil Gaiman. And so now that he sucks, what do? You make video essays about bad people who make good art. And you know what? That's honestly great to see. Because the more people who realize that bad people can make good art, and just because you like a piece of art, that does not mean the creator is good, the better. But what I find strange, interesting, and the reason I'm making this video is just, didn't we already learn this lesson? I mean, Rowling isn't the first person to write stories that people like, only to reveal that, oh, I suck. And I mean, just, Neil Gaiman is not even the first creep who can write well. So just, why are we getting this now and not before? And of course I say now, but at least when it comes to smaller projects, I'm noticing that people are starting to forget this idea, and we've just kind of gone back to, oh, person is bad, clearly the art is bad. And I just gotta wonder, what's gonna make the lesson stick this time? Well, that's the video. I'm not really sure what to do next. And this is a commentary channel, but it's not one of those drama commentary channels. I'm not going out to attack people. I'm not going out to challenge the authority of others. I see something I think it'd be interesting to talk about, and I'd like to give my 2 cents on the matter. And 2 cents is honestly kind of accurate, because these videos are kind of cheaply made. Like, I'm using my headphone microphone, and I am recording this in my kitchen. So it's low budget is the name of the game. That being said, I do want to try and, you know, put some effort into this. Like, I don't have a script, I just have my raw emotions, raw opinions, and whatnot. But I am doing a bunch of retakes so that, you know, what I'm saying makes sense and you're not getting rambles. Like, this is a ramble. This ending bit is a whole non-stop, no cuts, whatnot take. It's just me rambling. But the previous part of the video, you know, I'm putting a little more effort into the editing. Especially considering the topic matter. Like, the point I'm trying to make is good art, bad artist. But I'm talking about a creep and a transphobe. It's important to handle these things delicately. And an earlier version of this video did not handle it delicately. It handled it very clumsily. So, yeah, I want to make sure that this video is actually good. Or at the very least, it's competently put together, all things considered. But with that, I will see you all at some point. I don't know, I don't really expect to make this a big... This isn't really my priority, it's just a fun thing. Some people make YouTube a job, they call it a hobby, but they make it their job. Like, they have a Patreon and everything. This is just a hobby. So, I don't really care if this channel does numbers, if I get 1,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 subscribers. Because at the end of the day, this is just for fun. But, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I wish you all a lovely day. Bye-bye!